Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I release a legacy video every Friday. Hello everyone, Martin here, back with another legacy video. So about a week ago I played this list. I am lifetime undefeated, which is to say I played one league and I was lucky enough to trophy, but it certainly gave me some encouragement. Basically I took the tempo, quote unquote tempo Doomsday deck that I've been playing for a while, and that Wonder Brew kind of innovated. And I kind of came to the conclusion that I wanted just like that. It had been putting up great results and everything, but I felt like the the cards that were the highest in variance in terms of how useful I found them of the quote unquote sort of experimental cards were Orcish Bowmasters and Wasteland. They felt like they had a pretty high ceiling, but also a pretty low floor. I I have to say I never really got to really understand the usefulness of Wasteland. Like I did in my time playing with the card. I did find plenty of Ursa sagas to Wasteland. That was great, but the mana denial plan just never felt or didn't often enough feel cohesive and strong enough. I'm still like I'm not saying I'm not going to be playing that list again with Wasteland because it's obviously it's great. It's been doing great for me, but that's why I wanted to try a more like quote unquote old school turbo list, but with the stifles, which were the card that I think performed the best of the innovations, and then we can sort of pivot into more of a Demir tempo deck post sideboard. I'll go through some of the sideboard choices in a bit, but what I replaced the two wastelands and two bowmasters and one stifle because I went down to two from three because that's also like I think two is probably the number I'm most comfortable with. I added a third personal tutor and I added one of each of the cyclers. Um, so that's one, two. Yeah, I added a Thoughtseize because I do kind of feel like that is a strong effect for the deck. Just and maybe only playing one was one at least one too few. And then I wanted the last card to be blue, and I decided on Peak, which is a card that I kind of like in this deck. It is very informative to know what you're playing around, and it's blue. It cycles if nothing else. And it's always nice to know your opponent's hand, so went with that. So in terms of the sideboard, I have been kind of high on this Harvester of Misery for a while, as an answer primarily to um, Doorkeeper Thrall. It's also just like it's an answer that can't be countered by anything but a stifle effect versus like just any X2 creature. And we are a Dark Ritual deck. It's not outside the realm of possibility that we can like ritual cast this and just massacre the board. So I think a lot is there, a lot to be liked here in that card. I'm also playing one copy of the Long Goodbye. Long Goodbye. This could be the second Harvester, but being able to also kill a Planeswalker is not nothing. And yeah, I think I want two of this effect, and this is just what I've sort of gone with. Boarding into some copies of Murktide. Turok Dread Cantor has been. I really kind of wanted him. I don't know what has happened in a week, but like when I rolled up this list, there were just a lot of like beanstalk with white kind of decks, and it felt like their only removal is white, and I think Turok is pretty like well positioned, but we shall see. And obviously, I'm recording this a little over a week out from when Modern Horizons 3 premiere, at which point the format seems primed for a massive shakeup. There are a lot of interesting cards, and I'm actually, yeah, I might be putting out a video on my thoughts on those cards and like the ones that I think either could fit into or will impact Doomsday. I would love to hear what you think about that kind of a like video. Would you be interested in that? Because it's a lot, a little bit more work than one of my normal videos because there's a lot more sort of picture editing and whatever. But I'd be interested in doing that. So yeah, we are fast approaching lame duck territory for this format, but let's go for one more go around. Okay, on the play for round number one, and we get Dark Ritual Doomsday, but no mana. So this is a mulligan. This is this is great. I think I'm going to. Well, I'm gonna keep, and I think I'm gonna bottom one of the dazes actually. So let's go with Dark Ritual Doomsday off of Underground Sea. They'll need double force here. Okay, no force. So let's put in the basic island to fetch out with the Flooded Strand, the 2 Street Wraith, and 1 Thassa, and then I guess 1 Edge of Autumn. Does this make sense? So if our opponent is doesn't wasteland us and we don't believe that they are going to counter Thassa, we could just like make Thassa next turn. But that being the case, we could also put in Force of Will here. So we would draw, say, Edge of Autumn, play Flooded Strand, the next turn draw Force of Will, and then we could Edge of Autumn into Street Wraith into Thassa, and then, yeah, I think I like that actually. Let's put the island on the bottom, then Thassa. There's a tiny difference in putting like which cycler we put as the one we're going to draw next turn. I think maybe I like drawing the Street Wraith more, because that way we can cycle and not lose a land. Like if they wasteland us here, for instance, then I guess we probably don't want to Force of Will. Okay, basic mountain. That is a little bit worrying. Okay, that's fine. We aren't playing any 0 mana spells here. Okay, I think now all we should really be worried about is probably Blood Moon. We could also get stuffed by what? By like Trinisphere, we can beat a Trinisphere. But I will Force of Will Blood Moon. Okay, so this is Moon Stompy. I don't think there's any reason why we wouldn't just go for it here. So let's cycle the Street Wraith and draw the Edge of Autumn. Let's make a blue mana here and cycle the Underground Sea, or the Edge of Autumn. And we can fetch. Let's get the island. Like, there is near 0 chance of this happening, but just in case they randomly have double red Elemental Blast, we might as well just play out this cavern. Take down game 1. Versus this deck, we want the Forces of Negation. Whoops. And the Brazen Bee. It's not completely unreasonable to at least consider some creatures here, like Sheoldred, but probably not, in case they... Like, I played against this deck, I think, and I boarded in Murktides, and then my opponent had that new red like pseudo suspend like dragon that is I can't remember. I think it's a 7/7, and then it gets like -1/-1 for each card in your hand. And they were just like pumping those out and beating my Murktides. So maybe Murktide is not something you want to do here. I think we can pretty safely board in those 4 cards and board out the Stifle. They don't really feel that useful here. I think boarding going down to 1 Thassa is fine. And then like Thoughtseize, we can also board that out. Like Peak isn't massively useful here. I think I would rather want like I don't hate Shouldered, like just ritual Shouldered or like turn 2 ritual Shouldered can really tangle with a lot of what they're doing. And we're still we're saturated on blue cards. We keep all the personal tutors. I think this is fine. Let's try this. This is not the sort of hand that I'm like very comfortable keeping on the draw versus this type of deck. They mulligan 6. That probably increases my inclination to keep here. We have a free redraw here to draw one of our 7 forces if we need to, and if we get to like on top, no, actually the 2 edge of yeah, no, I'm gonna mulligan this. And we're gonna keep this and bottom the Edge of Autumn. Like a turn 1 Mags of the Moon is pretty bad for us here. Anything else, and we're looking somewhat decent. Okay, there's a Chrome Mox. And the imprint a Rabble Master. Okay. It's Blood Moon. Okay, I'm gonna Force of Negation that. They're down to 2 cards. Oh, and we just get turn 1 Doomsday. Sick. Let's hope they don't have Mindbreak Trap. I'm also not going to fetch Swamp here because post Doomsday the Swamp doesn't really do a lot. If they have I think we have to respect them having a second moon effect, so we probably need to board or like be bringing in some number of petals. We could also just like do the LED instead. All right, so let's see here. What happens if we put in basic island to fetch? Hang on. We could also just do the whole like brainstorm win right now pile. If like Blood Moon was all they had, and they and their next turn like they're just playing like a Rabble Master or a Broadside Bombardiers. It's a little bit of a risk, right? Because if they have Chalice for 1 or 0, or if they have another Blood Moon, but then eventually we can still win though, so that's kind of nice. Let's see here. Oh no, that doesn't work. We'll need a Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, okay, so we put Thassa's Oracle on the bottom with a Cycler on top. Chalice and 0 just cold, like, gets us here. But they have mana right now, so a Chalice would probably be on 1 or 2 if they have a 4th mana. 2 also gets us here because no Cavern. But I still like this. Let's try this. And so if they do Chalice for 1, or like if they Blood Moon us, we can still just eventually get to where we have LED in play, Edge of Autumn in hand, and Thassa's the bottom card. Yeah, let's try this. Trinisphere also just is, we're dead. Oh, this looks like Chalice for 2. Oh, bummer. Okay, yeah, they got us. They got us. I think I'm happy with this sideboard, so let's just resubmit. No, I don't think I like this. I guess with like the Surveil land, it's not terrible. No, let's mulligan this. I guess I'll keep this and bottom the Thassa. Opponent mulligans to 6 as well. Let's see if they want to go down even further. Alright, they like their 6, so let's maybe I play out the LED here, or maybe I just plan on brainstorming it away. I think I keep it for improved brainstorm equity. There is City of Traders. Is this a Chalice? No, it's a 3-mana spell. It's Magus of the Moon. Holy cannoli. Let's get Underground Sea here, and I mean we could get Sewers, but then if they have another Spirit Guide, they already exiled one, but if they have another one, then we're just pretty much dead, right? But if we get Underground Sea, we can float blue and then like brainstorm for an actual Force of Will. Okay, that's countered. I think I brainstorm with my mana here. Oh no. Wish I hadn't done that. Okay. Let's put back Dark Ritual and then redraw the Underground Sea, I guess. At least Polluted Delta lets us fetch either one of our basic lands. I'm gonna play out the LED now, just in case they like, I don't know, go Chalice for 0. You'd kind of expect them to already have made that play then if they had it, but yeah. And I am just like, defense is down right now. Extremely vulnerable to, like, I don't know, like if they go like a Rabble Master or something. I think I'm almost more worried about like a fast clock right now than a lock piece. Okay. There's Chrome Mox. Not imprinting anything. Trinisphere. Okay. Yeah, Trinisphere is in. How are you going to play the game now? I guess if they have another like soul land, they're all good. I think I actually fetch. No, this is tough. I'm gonna fetch Undercity Sewers, get the Surveil, but like I'm not gonna play out the or draw the Wraith here. If they do have a moon, I'm just not looking very good. But I guess like Flooded Strand, and we can still fetch basic island and then hope to find our Brazen Borrower. Come on, no land. Okay, I mean that still doesn't cast anything here. And now we have Force of Negation up. And a second Force of Negation. Okay, well, we have to hope for non-creature threats here. Boo, another land. And they're shot or bolting it in. 4 mana. Oh, this is the thing I was talking about. Okay, so they get to cast this next turn, and it'll be a 6/6. That's pretty nice for them. I guess they probably still have to pay the 3, but they can just do that. Oh, come on. Not like this. Well, am I able to win now? It might have to involve the shoulder it, because I don't think like they get to cast this thing, and now they have like a 5/5 or a 6/6, and then if I Doomsday, I'm almost dead. I think I need to draw Shouldered or Doomsday right now. Exiling the Spirit Guide, sure. Not sure why though, right? You need just the 3 mana. Oh, a Chalice for 2. I mean, I think I counter this just because I'm not sure I'll be getting any more targets for my Force of Negations, but I don't think the Chalice for 2 matters that much. I guess like if they get to resolve a a moon effect, it could be relevant. Okay, I'm kind of happy they didn't play the creature. Thoughtseize, yikes. Um, well, I'm guessing there's a no hiding from it now. And this just say you can play it on like a future turn. Ooh, Rabble Master, that's also good. Not quite as fast of a clock, I think. Maybe. Come on, Doomsday. No. Okay. Yeah, I think we've lost this one. Again, I don't know, like maybe the one of Shieldred to save the day. Are you not able to play this? Cast it as a sorcery on a later turn without paying its mana cost. But I mean, you just pay the 3 for the Trinisphere, right? I guess we'll find out because you'd imagine they play it now if they can. Yeah, I think even Mama Shieldred is a day late and a dollar short here. Yeah, all right, GG's. Okay, on the draw for round number 2 with a sort of all in hand here. I'm going to keep, if for nothing else, for science. If we draw a land, we can even like cast 2 Doomsdays. Okay, opponent is sort of a Demir mirror. Okay, so it's scam. Hope, pray for a land, pray for a land. No. Okay, well, I'm gonna Dark Ritual here. Please don't daze me. No, they're gonna daze me, aren't they? Long pause here. I think if I'm them, I daze. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's hope there's not also a Force of Will or a Grief in that hand, or a Second Daze, or like blah blah blah. So many things. Um, they put a card on top, and now they grief me. I almost just feel like conceding right now. They know we're a combo deck. They're gonna take my Dark Ritual. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna yield until end of turn here. They can't also reanimate the grief right now. But yeah, Dark Ritual is the take. Oh god. Yeah, maximum punish for a greedy keep. There's a wasteland, huh? Alright, I think I'm gonna play the Underground Sea here, and if they have Bowmasters, they will at least have to choose here. There's an Entomb. Huh. It's between Peak and Brainstorm, right? I think I Brainstorm here. Okay. So that's not terrible. Let's put back the 2 Doomsdays and let them entomb. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to force that. But if they have like an animation spell, then just getting the grief is also pretty bad. Absolutely ready to force this. See if they have the means to fight back. Gross. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna concede that. So I'm gonna board in some controlling elements here, I think. Maybe also a duress. I like the Graph Digger's cages because it sort of shuts off their combo, but it also shuts off them like discarding me and taking a creature and then reanimating it. So I think probably I like these 7 cards. And I don't mind like cutting on the personal tutors here. I don't think Stifle is great. Like Stifle, you can stifle the animation, the animate dead trigger, but that's kind of it. Um, like Harvester of Misery can kill Bowmasters, which is not nothing, but also not amazing. But I think actually I do like it. And then um, maybe like cutting the LED and the Consider for the like sort of tap out combo turn. Do we want Long Goodbye? It only kills Bowmasters in their deck. Probably not. Yeah, let's try this. 21 blue cards is still fine to support Force of Will. So, okay, let's have a look. Yeah, I'll keep this. I think I'm gonna ponder off of Basic Island rather than play Sewers tapped here. Like, I think Ponder is my best card, basically. I think I put Thoughtseize in my hand and then draw Ponder. There's a Grief. Grief takes what? Maybe the Dark Ritual or one of the protection spells. Certainly not the Edge of Autumn. You'd think. Yeah, it takes the Thoughtseize. Okay. So I think I under City Sewers here and put the Street Wraith into the graveyard. If they want to like reanimate that, that's fine. Then I cast Ponder. There's Doomsday and Force of Will. Tell you what, I'm going to draw the Scalding Tarn, and then I'm going to draw Doomsday on my turn. And then if they grief me this turn, they can't take Doomsday. If they were to take like Edge of Autumn, nah, I guess whatever they take I can't do. Like if they grief me, and I'll have to postpone things for a turn probably. Animate dead or reanimate on the grief. Okay. What do you take here? Dark Ritual? I think I would take Dark Ritual if I were them. Yeah. Okay, so here comes Doomsday. We can Edge of Autumn off of Basic Island to draw Force of Will if we get discarded again, and then untap cast Doomsday. But then we're sort of out of gas. If they animate dead their troll here, I feel like I'm in some amount of trouble. If they just pass here, I'm kind of thrilled. Dothy Voidwalker, I accept. I'm not gonna fetch. Okay. So let's fetch a Rooney here. So I'll drop to 7. And I'll be taking 6. Which is actually a problem here. It makes this Force of Will dead. I mean, I can Force of Will now. I'll still, like, I can Force of Will to protect, but once the Force is spent here, or if Doomsday resolves, I can't do it. If they have Flusterstorm here, I can Force and then pay for one, I guess. Okay, so they have Force. I will Force. Well, Cavern of Souls, second Edge of Autumn, Thassa's Oracle, hide the 2 Murktides probably? Or maybe hide the 2 Grafdigger's Cages? I don't know what's more important. Yeah, I think it's more important to see to not give away too much of the creature package here. So if they have removal, they have removal. But right now I'm gonna have, like, there's a Force of Will in my side in exile with a void counter on it. So they can just hold back Void Walker and then kill us or whatever, or like like stop us from casting something like Predict or whatever. So I think this works here. If they have Bowmasters, they have us. But if that's their last card, let's just hope it's something useless like a Daze. Yeah, go like this. So if they discard us next turn, we cycle, draw Cavern, and they can't make us discard that. And Tomb was their last card. Okay, so hopefully um, we just fade whatever like their draw step comes up with here. Doesn't. Okay, so it can't be Bowmasters and it can't be an animation spell. I think anything else is fine. Oof, redraw. Three redraws. Oh, I'm sweating it here. I guess if they have some bullet, like a copy of Dress Turner or whatever, then it's bad. Oh, get out of here. All right, GG's. Wow, 0-2. Not the start I was hoping for. Let's see if we can bounce back. Okay, on the play for round number 3. Let's see if we can get on the scoreboard here. Well, we have turn 1 Doomsday here. I'm gonna send that, and it's always a little bit risky because you don't know what you're if it Doomsday resolves, you don't really know what you're trying to build a pile around. But we'll see. Step 1 would be to get this to resolve. Long pause here, which probably means Force of Will. But I mean, I'm not gonna lay it down. That like feels like it doesn't make sense. But we'll see. Okay, Doomsday resolve. So we already have a copy of Thassa here, and I still think we need the second one because if they're like a grief deck or just a discard deck, then it's gonna suck hard. I think I'm gonna I'm gonna like make a pile that doesn't beat Blood Moon, but probably beats most other things. So let's get a fetch land here to fetch an island. Um, let's put Edge of Autumn in here. Is that it? I think that's probably fine. So we can draw the fetch land and then just pass. Elvish Spirit Guide. Wow, okay. So this is probably rhinos. Yeah. So if they can Violent Outburst on our turn here, they get a couple of rhinos, but they aren't going to kill me next turn. So I think I probably just cast the Ponder here. And let's draw the Edge of Autumn. Yeah, let's do it like that. And pass. We could have put Thassa on the stack there, I think. But I'm not sure that is like if they'd drawn a Force Will, that just yeah, it doesn't feel too good. But maybe then again, like we have the second Thassa. Here we go. Hopefully they don't have like main deck endurance or something. I think even that. Oh, they're gonna ice my land. Yeah, nice try. Sure. I guess like does ice fizzle if I cycle if the target is gone? I might as well try because I'm gonna lose the land anyways. Or like the game's gonna end this turn anyways, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, they didn't draw a card. Ice is removed from the stack because it has no legal targets. Okay, let's name Merfolk and fetch the island, and here we go. Oh, there was a pause. Do they have the endurance? No, okay, no. Like endurance is not game over here because we have the second Thassa, but would be a bit annoying. All right, so yeah, I don't know. The duress seems fine. Shouldered, maybe. Um, Force of negation, maybe. It's like the problem with force of negation is, like they like half of their enablers are instants, like the violent outbursts, so they can just half of the times they're going to be casting a spell on our turn. Still might be relevant. Mm, the Murktides, they play Mystical Dispute, which is like where Murktide is a juicy target, but Murktide might be nice, but maybe not. Um, so let's cut a couple of personal tutors here and cut the Consider and the LED. And I guess like one of the Street Wraiths, and yeah, kind of like this. Um, hmm. They're on a mold of 6. This is a pretty. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep this. The Shieldred is tempting. Turn 3 Shieldred with like Thoughtseize in between, but might not be good enough. Okay, they found 6 they liked. Thoughtseize or Undercity Sewers. Maybe the Thoughtseize, huh? Let's see. Force of Will, huh? Okay. I think that means they want to go this turn. Like maybe they have. Maybe not. But yeah, maybe they have something like Minsk and Boo, or just they're able to like cascade this turn. A Magus of the Moon. Okay. I mean, in this exact spot, I have my basic swamp and a lotus petal, which is quite interesting. Yeah, probably just gonna play something here and then like lotus petal, like underground scene lotus petal, and then now I have force. So I think this shoulder is gonna be good enough. Let's see though. They have 1 card in hand and 3 mountains in play, so I'm not too worried. I doubt they play lightning bolt because they're a cascade deck, but they could play some kind of burn card here. I don't know. I still think like if they offer up the trade here, I mean, I'm not even sure if I want the Magazine of the Moon to not be in play. There's a second one. Okay, I guess that answers that. Well, they have chump blockers, basically, is what they have here. I would actually kind of like Mags of the Moon to not be in play. Alright, they are moving into combat and sending it with both. No? Not sending it with any of them. Okay. Well, I'm gonna attack here. And then, like, either just start eating Magi of the Moon or, like, kill both of them if they have some kind of combat trick I can force. Okay, looks like they're just trying to stop, like, stem the bleeding here. Alright. And they're passing, I think, with 3 cards in hand. Okay. I think we just send here. I don't think they're able to beat this. Okay, so no more Magoose. I'm gonna play Undercity Sewers here and get my Surveil. I'll keep Days on top, and then I'll be ready to predict it or to draw it if I figure it's gonna do something here. Petty Theft. I think I'm gonna peek. See if I need to do something here. Puts the days in my hand, but I think the information is worth it here. Okay, so they have That's actually kind of annoying. But then again, like, so shoulder is put into my hand, and yeah, I think we just accept that and play shoulder next turn. And then they can mystical dispute shoulder it by tapping out. But okay, they drew a land. But we can then force the dispute if we want to. I think I'm gonna try and set up this predict here. What don't we want here? Probably days is not gonna be worth it here. Yeah, let's put days on top and let's predict. They can mystical dispute this if they want. Then they don't have anything. Yeah, days. Draw delta +1. Ooh, that's nice. Thoughtseize. And then draw for turn. Let's play the pedal. Let's Thoughtseize. Okay, that resolved, I think, obviously, and we take the mystical dispute and we just pass here. Having stifle and force is pretty makes things feel pretty safe. They can flash in their borrower here. It's not gonna, I think, do much because Shieldred is coming back next turn. Oh, Wasteland, yeah. If I'm them, maybe I play out the Spirit Guide now. I mean, I'm not sure what it's doing. Yeah, looks like it. No? Okay, no, they're just activating the Wasteland. Sure. Here comes another force thingy. That's pretty good. Here comes Shieldred. Let's try and wrap this up. I think you attack here, right? Because this can't block non-flyers. Dark Ritual, not amazing. I think I cast Ponder though. Guess I'll take the Stifle and the spare Shieldred, or we can fetch that away. I'll probably fetch that away actually. Send in Shieldred. You pretty much have to get in front of it with the Spirit Guide. Right, we pass. They're at 1. Yay, we're on the board. 1 and 2. Let's see if we can win one more. On the play for round number 4. Let's go. Yeah, let's keep this. I think I fetch Underground Sea and Ponder here. Just in case we hit Doomsday, we can just go for a turn 2 Doomsday if we don't get Wastelanded. Let's go ahead and try that. Opponent kept 7. And there is a Doomsday. Excellent. Yeah, let's draw the second force. And probably not play out the pedal, just to not, like, at least let them live in the like, under the illusion that we could be a scam deck or something. Okay, looks like it's an Ancient Tomb strategy. And Chalice, yeah, I'm gonna let that resolve. We can cast the Doomsday and keep the Force of Wills in our hand. Here comes Doomsday. So I'm gonna put Cavern of Souls as the bottom card. And Thassa on top of that, and then with 3 cyclers. And so I'm going to play out LED right now, and I think I'm just going for it here with one card left in the deck, and then the cavern can be there if somehow like a Chalice for two slips through, but I'm not expecting it. This beats a Blood Moon, but not what like no. We can also beat a Trinisphere with this hand with this pile. So yeah, I think this is kind of cool. Play out the LED in case they go Chalice 0 next turn. Oh, it's a blue Chalice deck. Cool, cool, cool. So that could mean we're supposed to wait here. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to wait. They could also have like Hull Breacher here, which would be an unfortunate thing to be street wraithing into. Felt like there was a pause there. But I'm going to just pass. This is a cool looking island. Yeah, I like this art very much. City of Traders. Okay, so I'm going to draw my second Street Wraith. I'm going to cycle one. If they have Hull Breacher, I'll probably try and force it. And if they force back, I'll cycle, and then just try and cast my Thassa. Yeah, let's try that. Oh, they didn't have the Hull Breacher. I wonder what they're sitting on. Hopefully not like dress down. What would be an instant speed thing they could like do here? Not sure. Like can't stifle obviously. Nimble obstructionist. Yikes. Okay, so Chalice Island. This could be 8 cast. It could be the. It could be like no, not Jewel, right? The Jewel deck doesn't want to play Chalice, right? Because they want keys. Could be that sort of Narset Hull Breacher kind of thing that I initially thought. Not sure. I think we want. I don't know if it's 8 cast. I don't really want Force of Negation, but like, I've never seen 8 cast not play any baubles for like 3 turns or whatever it was. I think Shouldred seems like it might be good. Maybe like 2 fawns, just in case I'm wrong here. And Stifle probably can go out. This hasn't really been a Chalice, a Stifle kind of league so far. Okay, Chalice of the Void plus Island makes me expect counter magic, so like LED and Consider can maybe go. I don't know. Yeah, let's try this, and perhaps I've completely misboarded. This hand is kind of sad if the opponent has a Chalice for one. Like very sad, probably. So I think I probably have to mulligan this. They keep 7. Yeah, I'll keep this. And probably send away basic island. So if a Chalice resolves, we can Underground Sea pedal. Then we're like 1 land away from playing Doomsday. Okay, it is the 8 cast, I guess, with Patchwork. So interesting. They played 0 baubles and a pedal and pass. So they have a 3/3. And I guess we just pass here. They're not going to play Chalice for 0, so I don't think there's a need to play out the pedal. Polluted Delta. I didn't think fetch lands were a thing. And oh, it's like maybe they splash for Orcish Bowmasters. Maybe sort of like a hybrid 8 cast plus like a wheel deck. Sword of the Meek. Okay. Do they have Thopter Foundry? Maybe it's like Tesserator, but like updated. I think that's the kind of vibe I'm getting right now. And they're equipping, and they're going to be slamming for 5. We do need to find Doomsday or Sheoldred, I guess. Not sure Sheoldred does it here, but maybe. There are Ancient Tombing down, and we have like a Brainstorm to draw some cards. Okay, I'm going to peek, see what they're sitting on. Brazen Bee and Kappa Cannoneer. Okay. So, no interaction really, but I'm not really doing anything either. Okay, send back. Honestly, maybe a land and the days. Yeah. I think if we find Doomsday plus some kind of cycler or cantrip in these top 3 cards, we can win. We don't. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, this isn't looking too hot. Kappa is gonna come down and be brutal here. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tap the Sword of the Meek 6, right? I am very curious what the underground or undercity, underground sea is for. Okay, they're just attacking here. Am I not reading this right? Your artifacts can help you pay. So I think they could have cast Kappa and grown the patchwork. Maybe they drew. Maybe they drew like what's it called? I'm blanking on it, but the counter spell that taps that has affinity or something. Okay, well, there is Doomsday. And we can't cast it because we'll be dead. But we do have a chance here. I guess this, what, Brazen Borrower? Then we don't have a chance. Yep, okay. Let's just concede. Metallic Rebuke. That's the name of the card I was blanking on. Okay. Don't think... Okay, I don't think we need 2 Thassa's Oracles. There's actually just kind of a lot of things that I'm not in love with in the main deck here. Like, maybe the LED and Consider can come back just to have the option. And then we can maybe cut one of the Personal Tutors. I think that's probably it. Maybe I'm not even supposed to have the Force of Negations here. They kind of don't feel that amazing. I'll keep. And then I think I will ponder. Go look for some mana, and then eventually like Personal Tutor for Doomsday. Peek, let us know what's up. They're down at 5. Yikes. Okay. Let's cast this Ponderino. Sheoldred, huh? You don't say. Okay, I think I am okay pivoting here. Let's just pass here. I'll keep the Lotus Petal in hand. I don't expect them to be plomping down a Chalice for 1, or sorry for for 0. Ancient Tompidomes. Patchwork. I think I dazed that. kind of happy to not have the beats on. And then we can undersea sewers away the predict. And see if we can get lucky with like drawing a petal or a dark ritual. Please don't like thought seize me randomly. Soul Guide Lantern, you got it. I think this is an Urza Saga deck that just has not been lucky and has not drawn an Urza Saga yet. Lava Spur Boots, yeah. I think that theory is confirmed. Thoughtseize. Force of Negation and Mox Opal. I guess we can take the Force of Negation. So we could just we could Personal Tutor for Doomsday. Give them one turn. Yeah, I think I like that because we don't know that we're gonna find a land here to cast the Sheoldred. And right now they just have nothing. I guess they can like Soul Guide Lantern. So I'm gonna put them on notice here. The Lava Spur Boots are kind of nice though. Like if they can put a creature into play. Okay, their hand is Mox Opal. Oh, there's the Saga. Okay, so Mox Opal. Yeah, which they play. But it's not on right now, so if their last card in hand is Force of Negation, they can't cast it. Or Force of Will, I guess. So let's just cast this. And alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put into Edge of Autumn rather than to Street Wraith. Okay, so here's what we can do. We can cast Peak. And if they don't counter that, then we can cycle through everything and put Thassa through the cavern. So let's try and do that. And if not, we can put Thassa second from bottom and then choose, see if we feel like just cycling, going through everything. Okay, one unknown here. So they can make a construct here. And the construct is will be a 3/3. And then they can equip this to make it a 4/3. Okay, City of Traders. Thopter Foundry. I need to read this again. So you can sack a non-token to make a 1/1 and gain a life. So this sacks an artifact to make an artifact, so it's not growing the construct. Yeah, that's fine. And we equip. I get attack for 5. Okay, moving into combat. Here we come. I'm at 3. I'll be at 1. And I am just gonna cycle and, Oracle with 1 card in the deck. And we get to win. Alright, 2 and 2. Let's go for round number 5. On the draw for round number 5, I'm going to keep this hand lacking business, but sort of a good coherent hand otherwise. Chromox. What flavor of Chromox deck are we? Moonstompy, it looks like. Oh no. Chalice for 1 here is going to be brutal. Oh, it's initiative. 4 mana on turn 1. 5 mana on turn 1 with a Spirit Guide. Yikes. 4th Aerolingus for 3. Yeah, that works. Gonna need to draw hot here. That's half of the equation. Let's see, I'll take 6. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so Ponder, please find me a Dark Ritual or Cycler. Yeah, Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Alright. I think we stack them like this and just pray to not get hit by a lock piece on this their next draw like turn here. Attack me down to 8, right? And then just please no chalice, no like anointed peacekeeper or archon of Emeria or whatever. Please, please, please. Just pass. Pass, pass, pass. Get your card. You want your card. You're the monarch. No. No. Well, GG's. Yep. That's no good. All right. This might be over quickly. We have the long goodbye can kill Archon. Harvester of Misery unfortunately cannot. Can play Brazen Borrower and the Forces of Negation, although Force of Negation is kind of weak versus the initiative deck. Don't think we need Peak. Don't think we want Stifle, even though it can we can stifle the initiative trigger, but there are limits to how exciting that is. Board out as a Thassa. And I don't know. Maybe maybe we don't need like like 3 force negation. Let's just bring in 2. That's fine. I don't think we want like Turok, even though they are a white deck. Oh, so heartbreakingly close. I have to mulligan this. Only Cavern of Souls is my mana. Okay, we'll keep this even though we aren't doing anything on turn 1. But let's keep this and bottom the Thoughtseize. They kept 7. Scary. I think we take the second land. So if they lead off with like a Chrome Mox, I think I have to seriously consider forcing it because we're just not beating Magus of the Moon. Okay, basic mountain. Yeah, that's not Cavern, crucially. Okay, let's cast this Dark Ritual. And okay, we want basic island. We want Petal, because then we can beat a Magus. We want a Thassa and maybe a Cavern. Although Cavern would require them to make Chalice on 2, and we can force that, so that's probably not needed. A couple of Cyclers, maybe? So we can drop the Delta here, and then cast Ponder if we wanted to, but then we don't know what the bottom card is going to be. Put Island on the bottom, and then just go for it next turn. Like Cavern on Archon and then like Archon of Emeria is that's gonna be pretty annoying, but not game endingly so. There's a Petal and the Cavern. Human, okay. This looks like Magus. Yeah, alright, let's fetch the basic island here. We can cast Ponder here, but that means we aren't putting Thassa on the stack quite yet. Okay, well, now the cyclers kind of don't matter, and the only key decision here is whether or not to play out the Petal. I think I need to play out the Petal, just I think the chances of them going Chalice for 0 is higher than them going like touch the Spirit Realm. I can't remember how that works, but we have Force of Will regardless. Okay, something's happening. Null Rod, huh? Okay. Let's hope they can't counter this. Or that they don't have a second Null Rod. Okay. Looks like we just about were allowed to win here this game. Let's see. Yeah, alright, cool. Well, there is a game 3. I think we definitely want a third uh, force of negation here. Hmm. Maybe over days number 3 or 4. Is there a world where we want any of the creatures here? Probably not, right? Yeah, let's not do that. This feels risky. This feels very risky on the draw. Charles for 1 is like a mulligan to 5. Although Magus of the Moon, at least we have the island to play Magic. They keep 7. I'm actually gonna keep this and hope it's not a Chalice. Well, Chromox means it could be Chalice. 3 mana. Archon, okay. We have the long goodbye for that. If we can find a black mana. Oh, now we even have Brazen Borrower. So we don't need black mana. Like Cavern plus this. Alright. Here comes... I guess maybe I should have played out the Cavern instead because it's going to interplay tapped. I always forget about that. I'm going to consider here. Yeah, let's take this, although it's going to be so slow. Yeah. Let's brainstorm. Whoa. Alright, I'm gonna put back 2 fetch lands here. Then I'm going to play out the Misty Rainforest tapped and pass. And then we can fetch Undercity Sewers in our draw step if we want to. Or in our upkeep, I mean. Get a little bit of the surveil action going. Uh-oh, mana's being paid. Is this Chalice? Yeah, it's Chalice. That's fine. Let's get the Sewers. Ponder into the graveyard. Edge of Autumn. Okay. I think I just play out this LED. And then I will end of turn kill the Archon. That's my plan anyways. And then go for the win. No, oh god damn it, I clicked through my opponent's end of turn. Oh no. Guess we were giving them another turn that they didn't have to have here. Let's play out the Cavern and put in Wizard. Yeah, let's really hope we aren't punished for this. Okay, there's their 3rd mana source they were missing. So now they can play some more stuff. So like a Magus of the Moon here, we can like still Doomsday next turn. But let's see. Another Archon. Yeah, we can also still Magus or Doomsday next turn. Okay, let's do this. Kill this. And then we have to not make our land drop quite yet. We petty theft the thing. And we hope they aren't sitting on Mindbreak Trap. But we don't need the Doomsday to play into that. Okay, so Thassa, yes. We have double Cycler, lots of mana. We could predict here. What does that do for us? So predict draws. Okay, how about this? Predict draws Force of Will plus a blue card. So predicts away, say, a street wraith. Then we draw force of will plus force of will. Then we cycle, like we have all these cyclers happening here. So we can draw another cycler into the Thassa. So let's just see here. Oh wait, I'm missing the predict here. There we go. Okay, let's just see. So we play out the lotus petal. Then we draw. We cycle Street Wraith, maintain priority. Cycle Edge of Autumn, maintain priority, sack LED. We have 3 blue, 4 blue with the petal. The first cycler resolves, it draws predict. With the second cycler still in the stack, we predict away Street Wraith and we draw Force Thassa. And then the last cycler finishes resolving and we draw the last force. That seems kind of okay. They can still, like, if they have disruption here, they can still get us. But I think we put 1 force on the bottom so that we will end up with Thassa in hand this turn. I don't think it'll matter, but it might matter. So force of will and then Street Wraith and then the predict. Okay. Let's play out the petal here. It seems like they have 6, but you never know. Let's cycle, maintain priority, cycle, maintain priority, sack the swamp, I guess. Sack for blue mana here. Draw the predict. Cast predict targeting me. Name Street Wraith. Draw force and Thassa, and then my cycler resolves, and we have Thassa, and it wins the game for us. All right, cool. 3-2 finish. Okay, so a 3-2 record, a bit jarring to start off 0-2 after having talked the deck up as much as I did. Happy to bounce back. Kind of going back to round number 1, I do regret losing to that Charles for 2 versus the Moonstompy opponent in round 1. In game 2, after, like, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what I was trying to play around, but I remember sort of explicitly stating that I was not going to play around the Charles, and they had it anyways. And looking back at it, maybe I could have sort of spotted the likelihood being decent for them to have a chalice or draw one. I don't know, but yeah, some fun games. I think the deck performed fine. I didn't really have Stifle didn't really have many opportunities to shine here, but I still kind of dig having that as a tool in the toolbox. I think a lot is going to change very soon, and it remains to be seen exactly what that does to the format. I will, I'm really gonna look forward to trying. I already have the first couple of cards I'm dying to try out, and like I said during the deck tech, I think I might put out a video with like my like a preview video kind of from a Doomsday perspective. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the channel. Please like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff that helps the channel out. I really, really do appreciate that. And stay safe until the next video, and I'll be back with some more Legacy. Bye-bye.